A little video on the Apache gun case that we have on top of the Element. I made a couple adjustments just because every single time I came up here and put this on, it was like such a difficult task for me. So let me go up here and show you what I did. So the previous way I used to do this, as you can see here, see these holes? I used to have a bunch of these holes down here that would go onto the rack with carriage bolts under here. And as you can tell, you know, my hand doesn't really fit down there. So that was really hard for me to do. I mean, once it was on there, and it wasn't going anywhere. But just taking this off, if I wanted to work on something, it was just difficult. So what I decided to do is I had a bunch of these L brackets from Home Depot. And so that's what I did. So instead of doing holes to the bottom here, I figured it'd be easier to the side. Right here, just like that. Same spot, same thing on the other side. Right here. See that? With two, it's fine. If I just put two, just that one and that one, it's actually pretty stable. But just to be safe, I added another one back here. So if you can tell, come over here. It's right there. All carriage bolts, all 3 each carriage bolts. And some wing nuts on the inside. And some, what are these called? I forgot what they're called. Pretty much like locking nuts. Self-locking nuts. Yeah, whatever they're called. I forget what they're called right now for some reason. But those are right there. On the inside. Wing nuts. So if I do need to take this off sometime, it'll be easier for me just to... So it'd be easier for me just to go like this. So it's that. Take that off. Same thing with this one. And literally I could just literally slide this off. Much easier. So I'm gonna put this on. And these I just have washers. On the outside there's rubber washers, and this side there's a rubber washer, as well as another washer, just to hopefully keep the water out, which I'm pretty sure it will. Just like this tight, and that's it. Look at that, pretty stable. Doesn't go anywhere. The front here might kind of wiggle a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. Another thing I added on this Apache gun case, there's these little air springs here. You see? So what I used to do with this one, especially with this one, is every time you close this or opened it, it would just slam on you pretty much. So, you know, this is from Harbor Freight. Close it, it'll pretty much slam. If you try to open it up, it will pretty much just slam all the way to the back. And, you know, I don't like that at all. I figured this would be a good idea, and actually looked it up, see if anybody else has done it with the Apache case. And they have, so I just followed some of the guys' YouTube, and I did it. So, there it is. Let me close this and show you guys. Bam. Much better. So you open it. Awesome. Cool. And it's okay if it doesn't open all the way. I know I saw some people put this over here, but it doesn't really matter. That's good enough for me. Plus, another thing I might do later on is add right here, probably to this side, like a little netting right here. That way I can add things here. And then that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. On this side, I decided to use rivets, as you can tell here. So rivets on this side, just because the screws were sticking out. And on the other side, you don't really need them because they don't stick out. But on this side, decided to go for it. So yeah, there you go. Pretty good little upgrade. This is ready to go. I have some things in there. Come over here. Boom. Yeah, not bad. Looking pretty good. So like I said, it makes it much easier to open it up and close it. I think adding the netting right there is gonna help a lot as well. Just adding small little things that way, because I used to have a bunch of small things just kind of rattling around everywhere. But if I had that the little netting, or even small little pockets like for tools, actually, it actually might be a lot helpful. So, yep. On to the next project.